I'm John from Unqualified Gamers. Hello, a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the one you're listening to now. The opinions expressed are those of each individual. Check out other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
You have been granted clearance by Director Phil Coulson. Stand by for S.H.I.E.L.D. debriefing. All information to be discussed here is classified and may only be discussed among agents granted clearance by the S.H.I.E.L.D. Director.
And now it's time for your scheduled debriefing. I'm Agent Stargate Pioneer.
I'm Agent Haley.
I'm Agent Lauren.
I'm Consultant Wing.
And I'm Katherine.
Welcome to Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., podcast number 56, covering Agent Carter Season 1, Episode 3, Time and Tide, recorded on Wednesday, January 14th, 2015. Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a fan-based podcast on the ABC television show Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the general Marvel Universe.
Because of nice suits, nice cars, and nice shoulders.
If you'd like to talk to us about any of those, if you'd been listening to the pre-show, you'd know which one 3/5 of the cast would like to talk about.
Chris Evans.
Yes, if you want to talk to us about Chris Evans' nice shoulders, you can contact us at our website, legendsofshield.com, our voicemail, 844-THE-BUS-1, that's 844-843-2871, our Facebook, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., our Twitter, at Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., our Tumblr, legendsofshield.tumblr.com, our YouTube channel, search for Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., and our forums, forums.gonnageek.com, or search for Gonna Geek on the Tapatalk app, all one word.
Wow.
And that was a long list of stuff. You can contact us, and you should. You so should, because Agent Carter is great, the Marvel Universe is great, and we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So go get on your phone, give us a call, give us some feedback, and we would love to talk to you. Also, we are live on Mixlr as we record this. It is Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead, get on live.legendsofshield.com and join the chat with everybody else. In the meantime, today we're going to talk about the second installment of Agent Mother Beeping Carter.
You could just say mother
Keeps
fracking.
Changing what I wrote.
I know, I thought there was no cussing, and then there's that. Threw me for a loop.
You can beep.
You can beep yourself
beep as much as you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Beep, beep.
And there are the socially acceptable sci-fi swears, except that we all now know that you can't say frack on TV.
Really?
Since when?
According to KFC. Do you remember the you can't say that on TV pack?
No.
They had like the frack pack for a week, and then the next week they had the you can't say that on TV pack. And we're like, I thought the whole point of that is that you can say that on TV, because what else have we been doing for the past like 5 years?
It catched on too fast.
But yeah, no, KFC for like 1 week had the frack pack, and then they're like, nope, we can't do that. We just found out what that stands for.
What?
It was amazing. There's also Frel from Farscape. That's one of my favorite ones.
I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, that was my favorite before BSG came along.
Yeah, there's Guram and Firefly.
Yep.
I like that one.
There's a lot of other stuff in Firefly, too. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they actually cursed in other languages.
They do curse in Mandarin, although from
Yes.
what I understand, their pronunciation is so bad that you can hardly tell.
Right. Well, they would give Alan Tudyk huge long sentences of swearing, and he just barely muddled through it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you're not used to the language, it'd be like Wing trying to talk English.
All the time.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, we don't know.
I talk Wing. You deal with it.
What?
All right,
Huh?
we are trying to talk Agent Carter here, and you ladies keep getting distracted. I don't understand it. You're all for Agent Carter, and you're distracted. What about Agent Carter did you like this week?
Everything.
Everything.
Be more specific.
How about that opening with Jimmy in the window,
Oh yeah, that was pretty great.
staring down a 45.
Stereotypical spy stuff, and guy climb out the window, the ominous music, and then he just wants a little action from his girlfriend, and he went to the wrong window, and Peggy is having none of that.
Right.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just... Nope.
Nope.
I thought it was Jarvis. I was trying to figure out. I'm like, that's got to be somebody.
At first, I thought it was Jarvis too.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was somebody trying to. Okay, there was Jarvis too, but then I thought it was a Hydra agent or whatever trying to come and get her. But then it was Jimmy. Molly got kicked out, but then Dottie comes in later, so Dottie is totally spying
Dottie,
on.
for all those of you who aren't familiar with the actress or who are like, she looks familiar. Anybody who ever watched Legends of the Seeker, she was Kaylon.
Oh, that's right. I totally didn't recognize her with blonde hair.
I know, yeah.
But the second she walked on screen, I was like, I don't trust her.
Right.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
I don't like the landlord lady. She's a not nice person.
It's Fry.
She's very much a product of her time.
No.
Yep.
Oh, that's a very nice way to put that.
Yeah.
Lauren and I were having such a fun time tweeting back and forth last night. I called Miss Fry impenetrable.
Well,
Well,
It was fun. And for those of you that don't know, Lauren takes the Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Twitter account every episode that is live, and she tweets live. It was not me. It was not Haley. It is her. And the only other person that has tweeted live on the account is Op, and that's because he is in a different time zone, and he's welcome to at any point in time. But it was indeed Lauren tweeting from the account, and I was tweeting back and forth with her. I was not tweeting back and forth with myself.
that would be funny if you were, and also an unnecessarily large amount of work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, no.
I was going to say, are you trying to put blame on her? What?
A little bit. I mean, a little bit.
He just wants everyone to know, not me.
Yeah.
not me.
We were having fun back and forth. It was fun. So,
Listen and I say, not me.
I did tweet that men can't handle the sight of blood 2 weeks ago, so
That's true.
I stand by that statement.
It's a very valid statement.
But yeah, okay, just on a side note, I used to really want my hair to look like Peggy's back when I was younger. With those the pin curls and everything just looks so awesome. I tried doing my hair like that, like you see where she has to like pull her hair up like that and sleep with it like that. My hair would not curl if you held a gun to it, so all I got was a mess. It did not work out.
if Agent Carter held a gun to your hair, it would curl up. I guarantee you.
It would not. It would not. It would be sad and flat and die.
But did you use like those really weird clips? Like they're not bobby pins, they're the different clips. That's like the secret.
Okay. No, I think I used bobby pins at the time.
No, it's a different pen. What if you rewatch it, you can see the different shape in the pen.
Because, yeah, my grandma tried to help me out with that because, my grandma being old was from that time period. And, yeah, it did not work.
Oh, sad face.
So, yeah, guys, it takes time for women to look that good.
It doesn't happen on accident.
Yeah, and it looks like you can go through firefight and never get like
Well, that is her
nothing
superpower.
goes wrong.
That
It's
is her
amazing.
superpower. She can fight on a truck while wearing high heels, and
Yep.
she can beat up a guy in a warehouse or a boat, I guess, without smudging her lipstick.
Take a stick to the thorax.
Yeah.
She's like, the dude is like 3 times her size.
I know, and since you pointed it out last week, I was really watching the fighting style this week, and it was like straight up boxing most of the time.
It's
Yep.
amazing. I love it.
Right?
It is definitely a different style.
Like, I don't think she's that big of a person either. Like, I'm looking on
She's not.
IMDb now, see how tall she is.
Well, even Jarvis was getting his butt handed to him.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh, well, he was in the military, but I can't imagine that given how he is now that he was,
Military has support staff.
yeah, I imagine him as being more support staff, something to make him good at being a butler.
Yeah, I mean, I got the sense that he was probably like the general's body man or something like that.
Yeah.
How amazing was Jarvis's whole thing this week?
Oh, it was so good.
Jarvis is awesome.
And it's not done yet. There's more to the story. They said it during the episode, and we're going to get it later.
Yes, but, well, first of all, the real Budapest story, or the original Budapest story. First of all, we have Edwin Jarvis and Anna Jarvis, and then we have Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yep.
Budapest.
But yeah, that whole, something that I did like was they brought in the whole fact that, a lot of the Allied forces, the countries that made up the Allied forces in World War II, we like to think of ourselves as the heroes and the good guys. We did a lot of really shady things and awful things in and leading up to World War II. And one of those was not taking in a lot of the Jewish and Roma immigrants who were applying for asylum when it looked like things were starting to go bad in Europe, because there was a lot of anti-Semitism at the time. Like, for just a little bit of a hint at it, and at this whole time period, there's a good book by Eric Larson called In the Garden of Beasts, and it's about the last American ambassador to Germany right before World War II broke out. But there was a lot of, and there still is, a lot of prejudice against Jews in England, for example, and presumably his general was English. So yeah, he would have those papers, and he, because of whatever reasons, probably wouldn't have been willing to sign it. And that was interesting to see, him fudging this.
Right.
Even if they didn't get deep into that history, it's like, if you know the history, you're like, oh. Yeah.
It's the whole Hydra is actually, Nazis and whatever. And then, so it does invade the Marvel universe. I mean, the whole reason for Captain America was World War II as well. So, I mean, it's not isolated from it, but it's not exactly up in it either. But I'm glad they're dealing with the subject matter, especially with what's happening lately in Europe. That's just, I mean, we talked about it last week on Legends podcast, and I have to echo what he had to say about what happened to Charlie Hebdo. Yeah, we are doing the same thing that they do with with voices versus their caricatures, and the same thing could happen to everybody. So freedom of press is important, freedom of expression, even if you don't like it. It allows for the expression of ideas.
But still, at the same time, you have to kind of be aware of what you're saying in a climate that does have that element of...
That's very true.
In fact, one of the things that I like is good satire punches up. Good comedy punches up.
Yep.
Oh, and Hayley Atwell, by the way, is 5'7", so she's still half a foot taller than me, but...
Yeah, she's about my size. With heels on, she'd be taller than me. So, Catherine, I gotta ask you, you watch Arrow, correct?
Most of the time, yes.
And have you seen Flash at all?
Yes.
Are you familiar with how they intro with the overvoice?
My name is Oliver Queen.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, did you pay attention to the intro this week?
On this show?
Yes.
No.
Okay. They basically did a previously on and did the same thing that Arrow and Flash did with a slightly different flair. I was like, it might have gone on a little bit too long.
Yes, it did.
I don't know. I liked it.
Was it Agent Carter talking?
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, my name is Peggy Carter. I used to work with Captain America, blah, blah, blah. I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, they showed scenes from, last week's 2 episodes and then a little bit from the Captain America movie. I thought it worked.
No, I did watch it. I guess I didn't pull all the similarities.
It reminded me also a little bit of Farscape. Actually, for the entire show, he would always start out, my name's John Crichton, an astronaut, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. There's that whole intro to the show by introducing you to the main character opening bit.
Mm-hmm.
Did they not do that last week?
No.
Well,
gotcha.
They premiered it last week, so no.
Yeah, last week it was more kind of a cold open.
Yeah.
And then they just went into the second episode.
Yes.
Yeah. They didn't do an intro. Gotcha.
No, which will be interesting if they ever re-air it, how they will wind them together, because I don't think it was meant to be 1 2-hour-long episode. I think it was meant to be 2.
No, I think they forgot about the State of the Union next week, and so they didn't leave a week open.
State of the Union.
Who cares? Jeez.
Messing with my TV.
I know. Get your priorities straight, ABC.
Mess with my TV. What do I care about the state of your union?
Well, aren't you? Isn't Canardia like the 51st state? I don't understand.
No.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
All right. The reference books, we Google everything now. We have Wikipedia, we have archive.org, we have a bunch of actual legitimate reference material that you can go into in universities and stuff like that now on the internet through your phone. And we see Agent Carter opening a reference book. I miss those.
Yeah. And also it had, the cover was fake. It said, the complete works of William Shakespeare.
Yeah, I didn't notice that part.
Yep.
Yeah, she was just hiding research or whatever.
Right, because she's a woman that works for the phone company. Why would she have a book of symbols in her apartment?
Because she's Indiana Jones.
But yeah, I was trying to look at some of in the table of contents. I think I saw the Enigma code was one of the ones that was mentioned.
Where'd she get the book from?
Oh, and I guess that wasn't a Hydra symbol last week.
Nope. It was not. You were the one who brought it up. I couldn't remember who brought it up.
Yeah. Well, Op agreed with me.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought it was my husband. And then I said, hey, look, it wasn't. He's like, I never said it was. Well, then who did?
It could be a Hydra in hiding, though.
It's a heart.
It's an art with a line through it.
Yeah, okay. Talking about hearts, Kredinsky, whatever his name is, Ray,
Krasinski.
right? Krasinski.
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 Agent Carter said it very well at the very end, where he wasn't very well liked. He didn't have a magnetic personality, although with the ladies, apparently he did.
Okay, I call BS on him being good at his job because we never saw that. They're always just like,
No,
oh,
he's
hey.
the one that kept finding all the stuff. He found the license plate. He found the passports.
They just throw him the crap work, though.
Yeah, but he was good at that.
They're just like, hey, you're not cool enough to hang with us, so you do this.
Well, somebody has to do grunt work, and he was good at it.
Seriously, did he have just like a completely different personality when he wasn't broing out at work? Because how the hell did he have so many girlfriends?
Well, he's got one wife and one girlfriend.
But then, like, every other woman on the show is sad.
Oh, yeah.
There was at least 2 of the operators that were crying.
There was 3 operators that were crying. There was another woman that was really upset, but I don't remember who now. And then they're like, I gotta call his wife, I gotta call his girlfriend. Oh,
Everybody was upset.
no, she wasn't upset. She was, when they go to that hotel, there's that woman there who's like, hey.
Yeah.
And, hey, Ray. And he's like, hi.
Oh,
and,
hi.
pretending that he doesn't know her. And it's like, dude, seriously? How does this guy is just nothing that I've seen of this guy makes him somebody that anyone I'd know would want to associate with. Does he just like have a completely different personality when he's not at work?
I don't think it's that. I think it's, if you think about the times and back then, I mean, he was loudmouth and he was outgoing too. He was going to walk up to anybody. He didn't care what she looked like. She was a woman and he was going to walk up to her and he was going to talk to her and he was going to try and make her feel good to get what he wanted. So he probably talked to all of them and loudmouth, but flirted and told them what they wanted to hear because he wanted what he wanted out of the deal.
Maybe he was like the proto Marlon Brando in Streetcar Named Desire. I don't know. But not as good looking.
No.
I mean, no offense to the guy, but Marlon Brando back in the day.
Yeah.
I guess I never got the fascination with Marlon Brando.
Oh, he was a fine actor.
Back in the day, I mean, on the waterfront, Marlon Brando,
Yeah.
good looking guy.
Last time go in Paris, Marlon Brando.
Did On the Waterfront win the Best Picture that year, or did that go to...
Oh, hell, I don't know.
I think it did. It was on a game show movie. I just remember it. Anyway, so...
Okay, speaking of game shows.
Yeah.
Did it seem like a reality show or something when
Yes!
What's-Her-Face got kicked out of the house?
When Molly got
Yep.
kicked out. Because just the way that she's talking.
Like, I was waiting for the landlady to say, you have been eliminated.
Stan, I don't like that lady. She's not very nice.
I'm not living there.
Well, obviously.
You
Okay.
wanted to live there last week.
Well, in concept, it looks great, but then you meet her and you're like,
That's before he found out he'd have to sleep in the lobby.
Well, see, that's the whole thing about those kinds of houses. They're like, okay, we need to protect these girls and their virtue because they're living in the big city. And so they had all these really strict rules. And this was a thing until, I want to say, like, fairly recently.
do I look good about strict rules?
Do you look good about street rule? What?
No, I'm not really good with strict rules. So.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're not. Well, neither was Mr. Jimmy, who climbed up the, side of the building.
Well, Mr. Jimmy did his best.
I just loved the Angie's thing. She's like, oh no, it's never good when she brings up Houdini.
Yes. With her mouth full, too.
Anytime a story starts with a year, it's gonna be a while.
Unless, okay, the only time it's a good story when it starts with the year is when it's Sophia and Golden Girls. Picture this, Sicily. The year whatever the hell.
It made me think of West Wing. Like every time the president or
I never watched West Wing.
oh, you should. Every time the president or Leo would say, the year was,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'd tell a story. Like the big block of cheese story or something.
If you want to get the short version of that West Wing, watch, what was that? The American President. It's basically the same.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah, same thing.
Haven't seen it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Although last week I was called out for not watching what is it? Live, Die, Repeat,
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
That's a good movie. Redbox it or something.
Guess
It's
what
good.
I have?
Oh, yeah. Did you watch it yet?
No, I haven't able to watch it, but I will
Okay.
this weekend. So,
Okay.
It's really good.
mm-hmm.
We're going to have overhyped it and you're going to be like, you guys are on dope or something.
Now I've
It's a
heard it's
fun
like
movie.
Groundhog Day with sci-fi, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to watch Tom Cruise get shot in the head like 1 billion times, I mean, you're gold.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
might watch that.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't watch movies.
She's too busy watching Star Wars.
Shut up.
What's wrong with Star Wars?
We're talking about like December 2015 when we're gonna do the Star Wars retrospective on Legends, and she's already like, "Oh my god, no!"
She's got her twitching going. Okay,
And it's a year away, so we're building up already.
Can I be on so I can fight everybody because I inevitably have unpopular Star Wars opinions?
Yeah, sure.
Wing thinks 1 is a really good movie, so I don't think you'll be the most unpopular.
It's not a bad movie.
1 is okay.
yeah, I think 1's okay.
2 is the worst.
2 was the worst. Yeah, you and me.
I don't like sand.
Oh, God.
It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
Okay, so did any of you catch when Carter was talking about in the winter of 42, she was in the sewers of New York? What was that all
Yeah,
about?
I was like, what was
I
she
don't know.
doing?
Nah, I want that show.
When was the project for...
It would have been like 41 or 42. I think it was 41.
So I was thinking maybe she was tracking down leads or whatever from the spy that...
Thor and Oakenshield?
Yeah.
That was Thor and Oakenshield, by the way.
Right.
The guy that messed up the Captain America experiment?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's Richard Armitage, who is joining the cast of Hannibal, and I'm the happiest person, and this is the best year.
Yay. It is the best year.
Hannibal is Catherine's favorite show.
It's a fantastic show. Fancy Cannibal fun times.
No, I won't watch it.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll have nightmares.
Catherine can't watch Hannibal.
I won't watch
She's not
it
gonna
either.
sleep anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's so good.
Nah, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, what have we now talked about with the episode so far?
I imagine that strange women traipsing through the property isn't an unusual occurrence.
Good point. That was good.
Oh, who was it? I'm blanking out on your name on Twitter, and we were live tweeting back and forth, and I'm very sorry, and I'll remember it in like
Was
3
it,
seconds.
Adana Girl?
Adana
Girl, yes.
Christy, yeah.
Pointed out that the hole that they climbed down, I mean, come on, that's basically the Adelan set. I bet they
Yeah.
just reused it.
Right.
It looks like they just reused it.
We've already got this big hole.
It's like, okay, what else do we need a big hole for? Done.
We need a big goal. Come on.
Wait, well, I was watching I forget what it was. It was probably Chris Hardwick's Talking Dead about the elevator scene in this last... I won't spoil anything, but the elevator scenes in this last stint of Walking Dead. And we see the set, which is like a 2 or 3 story set in a soundstage, whatever. That's kind of what I envision the whole to be, is just, you know, a set that they use and, hey, they have it, so why not use it?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So...
Well, if you have a big gaping hole for set, I mean, come on.
All right, so moving on from big gaping holes, the typewriter is now in the possession of the SSR with its long-range transmitter.
And the guy that looked like Nigel Thornberry is dead. I thought he would be sticking around longer.
Yeah, me too. I was kind of let down by that.
Mm-hmm.
See, he did look like Nigel Thornberry, right?
Right.
Yes, he did.
So one thing that I caught a couple of scenes in just the way he was looking, Chad Michael Murray, playing Thompson, right? He looked a little bit too much like Ward to me.
Ooh, Ward Jr.?
Yeah, he just looked, the way he was with his face, with his sunken cheeks, and the way he was standing, and the way he was acting.
It's the chiseled features.
Yeah, but it was also the way he was asking.
You just like inherently distrust guys with chiseled features now.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and, you know, he's a little bit of a D-bag.
A little bit?
So he's got that going for him. A little bit.
Yeah, only a little bit. I mean, the guy beats the hell out of... I mean, he puts Stabler from... I was going to say Battlestar Galactica, but no.
Law and Order SVU.
Law and Order SVU. He puts Stabler from SVU to shame.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a question. So how come nobody has like any respect for Carter? Like, I get that she's a female.
Because she's a woman. Because she's a woman, and they perceive her as only getting her position by presumably sleeping with Captain America.
So that's the underlying reason they won't.
And probably Howard Stark, too.
And probably Howard Stark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the back of a car, which Jarvis has never been in.
I felt so bad for her when she had to act
God,
incompetent this
I know.
episode and like not being able to take the credit for the big break in the case. It just made me angry.
That's what working in the dark is.
Yeah, but still, that just has to sting. It's like, you know you're better than this, but you have to put on this act. It's just,
It's such a good job of showing her strength, though.
Right. And if you ever get too mad, remember there's the one shot where she turns out to, actually put everybody to shame. So
I know every time I'm getting mad about them not giving her the respect she deserves, I just remember someday she's going to be their boss. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the death ray is accounted for. It's in Nevada, so everybody needs to stand down on that one. What, the death ray? Okay, great.
And then the green thing with his arm that's all twisted, like
it looked like a uterus.
It did.
It doesn't look great anyway.
And yeah, they're like, oh, it's a back massager. And my first thought was, I don't think he intended for that to be a back massager. And then it's a good thing that I don't think he tried that because wow,
That's what
that
it was
looked
intended
horrible.
for?
Yeah.
Maybe he did.
Oh my God.
An IUD, basically. Yeah, okay. Ouch. Painful.
Because, yeah.
Wrong cast.
All right. Did we catch everything, or is there stuff still out there?
Oh, no, we've got more stuff.
Okay, you go.
I was listening closely to the music this time, and every once in a while in some of the scenes, you would hear like the little twangy guitar we've been hearing on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Oh,
That was nice.
True. Nice catch.
Let's see.
There was a little bit of the Avengers theme with the opening theme, too. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were all Captain America-y at that point, so...
No, when they showed the Agent Carter intro piece at the start, there was definitely a hero thematic Avengers tone to it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the waitress chick. She's a little mouthy for me.
Angie?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something with Angie. I think Angie might be, I don't know, Hydra or something.
I don't know. I like her.
No, the other girl's Hydra.
She could be a Stark plant.
I like Angie. She reminds me of a little bit of Darcy from Thor.
I could see that.
It's because you like Angie that she's gonna die. It's just Sweden, remember?
No!
We've already had
But we
a
already
Renee.
killed her girlfriend. We don't need to kill another one.
Yeah.
Well, the more you kill, the better. Come on.
No!
Really? The more you kill, the better.
Then you start putting them in the fridge. Come on.
Oh.
I think she is there just for comic relief, but I just don't like her. And I think it's interesting how somebody as polished as Agent Carter, like, is friends with her and is going to go to the diner and see her. Like, that's the person she connects with, is some mouthy, like, she was just obnoxious to me. I don't know, but
Well, she's another woman. She's out there speaking her mind. She might not be in the really up there position, but
true.
she's at the same time not really compromising herself.
True.
So I can see that holding appeal.
I wish they would have extended the radio plays, the Captain America radio plays.
There's supposed to be at least one more episode with that.
Okay.
I was listening to Hollywood Babylon, and Ralph Garman, who plays the narrator, said that, yeah, he's going to be in one more episode.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Adam in the chat pointed out that he really likes Peggy and Jarvis and Victor, and I remember the I can't even say his name, Ray
Krasnitsky.
Kremzinski.
Krasminski.
Kresminski.
I was pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what I said, but okay.
No, not
Ray.
at all. That was not at all what you said.
Kresminski.
Anyways.
So Ray
Yeah, Ray.
So Kres?
was, Ray, whatever. He was telling Sousa that she was not going to trade in the shield for an aluminum crutch. That was,
She might.
that was cold.
That was harsh.
Yes.
Poor Victor getting his heart broken every show he goes on.
I know.
You know
I
what?
don't think he's necessarily going to give up, though.
I don't think he is.
He was in a show with Kevin Bacon about bringing back fallen Marines. Not a show, a movie.
Oh, yeah. He was in that?
Yeah, he was one of
I
the
never saw
fallen
it.
Marines' unit buddies or whatever. And
Universal Soldier? No, that was Van Damme.
no, that was
No. that was
Wrong
not
one.
it.
Wrong one.
Kevin Bacon was not in that one. Sorry.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, he definitely gets the shaft a lot. So
Yeah.
he needs to find his own hero show.
There's a lot out there right now, so...
Right.
Well, his grandson is going to grow up to be a New York City police officer. It's okay.
Yes, yeah. Because he was in Avengers as a New York City police officer, for those who don't get the reference.
Mhm.
He's the one that said, when there's that guy who was talking to Captain, he's like, why should we listen to you? He's the young cop.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
See, Catherine, now I feel how you feel on Legends every week.
Hmm.
Okay. What else you got, Haley?
I got a bottle of schnapps and half a rhubarb pie. Let's see which one makes us sick
What the
first.
hell does rhubarb taste like? I have never had rhubarb in my entire
Me
life.
either. I thought it was a made-up thing for
No.
the longest time.
No.
I didn't know it was a real thing.
Store the other day.
It's kind of a combination between a potato and a turnip.
Why
Yeah.
would you eat
That
that,
sounds
in a pie?
delicious.
But it's sweet.
It's sweet.
Okay, so it's like a yam.
It's kind of like it would be similar to like a sweet potato pie kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And usually when you make a rhubarb pie, you put strawberries in there to make it sweeter.
Yeah, you mix it with something else.
Yeah.
It's a filler.
It takes more than half a pie to make me sick, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the schnapps?
Well, I don't know. It'll depend on how much schnapps.
Let's try.
It depends on what the flavor of the schnapps is.
Okay,
Oh,
true.
valid point.
True.
And once you get sick, you'll never drink that schnapps again.
Yeah.
Nope. That's why I can't have coconut rum anymore.
Good point. And if they decide to go for one for the pie, one for the schnapps, I mean, one or the other is going to have like a bigger headache the next day.
Could be. Could be.
True story.
Okay, so I've never wanted to punch Chad Michael Murray's character, Thompson, so much as when he was being mean to Jarvis.
I know that was and Jarvis is a good interrogator himself. I mean, when he was playing
When he was
against Carter trying to, because she wanted to take credit and he was trying to talk her down, and that was how he did it. I was like, wow, you are on it. Now I know why Howard likes you.
Yeah, well, for all that he's living the soft life now, he's not an idiot. He's been around.
I think it was a big part of the love for his wife. I mean, think about why he had committed treason to begin with. And here he is now, he's still living with her. And in the first episode, he talked about her and, you know, how he was home in the evening for her. Like, it's all about her, and working for Howard, even though he might have to do things he doesn't want to do, it still allows him to have the life with the love of his life. It's all about her.
Exactly. Oh my God, that is so sweet.
It's always a love story.
Oh.
So you brought up the interrogation, and for the life of me, it took me my rewatch because I was half distracted tweeting, go figure, during the actual watch. But I was like, what did she do? And I figured it out. In the interrogation, what she did, she went in to pick up, she had Dooley sign something so she could pick up the stolen car report with that stack. So
Smooth as hell.
So, and then as soon as the door opened, she mentioned it.
She's like, oh, by accident. I picked it up by accident. Sorry.
So were they saying that they quote unquote lost it before, even though they had it in hand?
Lost it in the system.
They were saying that nobody could find the file.
They're saying like, it's totally lost, even though they had it, because they were trying to put the pressure on him. So being very backhanded and unethical and
gotcha.
Very 1940s.
Very 1940s, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Carter will never know how lucky she was when Boat Boy actually ended up getting assassinated.
Yeah.
And so we have no idea who did that, correct?
The second time I watched it, I was trying to look at the person in the hat, which, I mean, means nothing because they can always just recast.
It's the same hat everyone's always wearing, too.
Well, no, I was trying to look for like a profile or something to see if that person looked familiar.
Kind of looked like Thompson to me.
Looked too skinny.
Looks like the guy that is in the Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, he was skinny.
Yeah, he looked thin. That's all I saw about him.
Yeah, he looks kind of lanky. That's all I saw.
And this was the same. Now, wasn't there a guy in a hat who was watching the boat when Agent Carter got in it?
There was.
So it's the same dude. We're going to assume.
We're assuming, but we're not 100% certain. Mysteries everywhere, and I want the episode to be next week.
But it's not.
And it's not, and I'm angry now.
You got anything else, Haley?
Few more quotes. Do you see the day I've had? I will call them in, and they will respect me. But they won't. They'll only use it to tear you down.
Yes, they would.
Oh, yeah.
That was a double slap in the face, because not only is she not going to get credit for it, but she was reminded that her position is lackey and go file my paperwork, go shine my shoes sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's not good.
But the best description of her, English broad, solid right hook.
But, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, we've seen her hit.
It seemed to hurt.
Yeah, that guy's 3 times her size, and he felt it.
So last week I asked you guys what Leviathan was, and, you guys said it could be any number of things, which is true. But Adam in the chat says, I think I heard that Leviathan was basically the communist Hydra in the main Marvel universe.
Ooh.
And it would potentially tie in with Bucky, but they didn't call out the Russian connection in the movie. So that is true.
I would love if that's how it ended.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
I mean, but we all know me and Bucky and the love that I have for that character, so.
Mm-hmm. Catherine, what was your favorite part of the episode here?
This week? Put me on the spot. I don't know. I think I definitely enjoyed the fight scene on the boat. I enjoyed watching her kick his butt.
I did enjoy that. I hope the fight choreography gets a little bit better in Agent Carter. It seemed to me there was a little bit too much cut and stuntman in there when I just want to see her hurting people because I know.
I think it was more the camera work than it was the fight choreography.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I did get that feel. It was kind of like botched together a little bit, but just the overall like.
But they had to cut out all the part where Haley Atwell accidentally murdered somebody.
She has hurt a lot of people on the set. So
I love that.
Like she's taken out a lot of the stuntmen.
That's the whole reason I started following her on Twitter. And then I stayed for the pictures of her like dumping James Darcy in the trash can and taking pictures of like Dominic Cooper. Which one? There's a lot of Dominics running around Hollywood.
Dominic Cooper is Howard Stark. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Dude plays Howard Stark running around doing really stupid things on set. Like, basically, just her entire Twitter account is adorable and awesome. And then every now and then she'll be like, oops, sorry, I punched another stuntman in the balls.
Oops. Yeah, right. Okay.
It happened.
These things happen.
Total mistake, right? Uh-huh. Lauren, what is your favorite part of this episode?
Okay. That whole part in the sewer where Peggy and Jarvis are talking, not only because we get some of Jarvis's backstory, but because we see this trust starting to build between them.
Mm-hmm. Agent Carter was totally not going to trust him until he came out with all that.
It's like she wanted to trust him, but she's like, I don't want to be betrayed. And right now I'm not sure I can trust you. And he's like, I'm not sure I can trust you either, but you helped me. And so it was like this little bridge being built between them. And I want to see more of that. I want to see them maybe not being like partners, although they do seem to be doing that on the show in terms of working together on all this stuff. But I want to see that good working relationship and maybe something that you could see evolving into like the basis of a lifelong friendship. Because I want to picture them kicking ass in my head until they're old.
So my son watched the premiere last week after we podcasted. And then last weekend, he's like, you know what? I don't remember a lot of that stuff. Let's watch Captain America. So I'm like, okay, let's watch Captain America. And one thing that was stuck out in my mind from that rewatch was when Agent Carter was helping, and Howard Stark was helping Cap go rescue Bucky and the unit that was caught behind lines. That scene where they go get in the Jeep and then go off to the plane.
The DU fondue. Yeah.
Right. So she is definitely used to this sort of thing, but I can, you have to be sure of the people around you. And I could see how she wasn't completely sure about Jarvis because she was just landed in his lap, so to speak, with Howard saying, yeah, go ahead, work together. And then he runs off. So she doesn't have a lot to go on other than her history with Howard. So I will say that is definitely a facet of her personality, of Agent Carter's personality. Who knows if it's Haley's or not. Haley, what was your favorite part of the episode?
As tragic as it was and as angry as it made me when Agent Carter couldn't take the credit for the big bust. That was so good. The scene between her and Jarvis there. That was so good. So that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
It really was.
Wing?
Probably the interrogation scene. I love interrogation scene, and that one was really well done. So
Which one?
the one with Jarvis.
Yeah, which one? The one with
And Thompson.
Jarvis and Thompson. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just the look on James Darcy's face
God.
throughout that whole scene was just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the calm. That was amazing. He stays so calm.
Yep, he did. All right. We have a lot still out there. We don't know where the typewriter's going. We don't know who Brannis was actually, why was the stuff still on the boat? There's just a lot out there, and I just can't wait for 2 weeks from the next episode.
Woot!
You guys got anything else? Haley, any last quote?
No more quotes. I will say that combined sewage and stormwater systems are disgusting.
They are.
Fair enough.
They are.
I like how Carter showed up in a romper for that, and Jarvis was in a suit.
Yeah.
Jarvis is always in a suit.
He doesn't wear anything less than a 3-piece suit.
Yes.
Pretty much.
He's going in the sewer in a suit. It was nice.
Jarvis is awesome.
That's his sewer suit. He has a suit for every occasion, and that was his sewer suit.
There you go.
He turns into Hannibal in the 60s.
Yeah, he's, just like Hannibal has his murder tie. This is the sewer suit.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody was talking about getting a tie this week from their wife or girlfriend or whatever, and it reminded me of Coulson and his girlfriend with the tie.
Oh, Jarvis mentioned that when he first met Anna, that she sold him a tie.
Mm-hmm. It was Anna. That's absolutely right. Anna and Jarvis. So you had that Coulson. What's her name? His girlfriend? I can't remember. Oh, this is bad.
The cellist?
Yeah, the cellist. Yeah.
Hold on, I know Aubrey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aubrey Coulson and Anna and
Did you
Jarvis.
just call her Arby?
No.
R.B. Coulson.
Aubrey.
I'm a robot.
Oh, you put an extra R in there that time too.
I'm not going to say the name anymore. Okay. That's it for the episode. On to the news. This week we have a few interesting pieces. First of all, Anthony Mackie talks a little Captain America 3 and his new Falcon suit. And really, I read through this article. There's not a lot of new stuff in there, but he did say that he was getting a new suit, which is good because the old one was kind of, torn apart and missing a wing and stuff. So that's good. But he also discussed a little bit about who was going to take the mantle of Captain America. And you have Anthony Mackie in the role of Sam Wilson, and then you have Bucky, and apparently the mantle in the comics, which I am not completely into, but I did read the history, goes back and forth between multiple characters, and then you do get Captain getting old, and there's stuff along there as well. And so he said that basically it's going to follow some of the stories in the comics, which means basically that the mantle is going to pass. We just don't know when it's going to happen. I mean, you've got the Avengers movie coming up. You have Captain America 3. You just don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to last longer to Captain. And of course, Catherine's favorite, Chris Evans, is said that he wanted to duck out at some point in time, and we just don't know when that's going to happen. Yes.
So sad.
Right.
Yeah, but we have some spoiler that might answer all that. Are we all good with spoilers here?
I am.
This is not a spoiler you'll be able to hide from.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out, so.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Wayne.
if it's true, you're going to hear about it. And if it's true, you'll hear about it. If it's not true, you'll still hear about it.
So the rumor right now is that the alleged deal between Sony and Marvel has happened, and that Spider-Man will appear in Avengers Infinity War, and that the storyline is that a new brand of Avengers have to take over because all the other Avengers are out of commission. So that would explain the Captain America fate. But at that point, there would be Spider-Man rebuilding the Avenger, and that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool with, I'm happy if that's where they want to go. Go with it. Bring Spider-Man into the Marvel universe. We need this.
Right, and it's going to be a new Spider-Man. It's not going to be Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, which is too bad. Poor Andrew Garfield. He did a good Spider-Man.
He did a good one.
I did like Andrew Garfield as Garfield as Spider-Man.
He plays a great cat, too. Great cat.
He hates Mondays.
I think a lot of him being so good had to do with Emma Stone, though. Like, I mean, it was just their chemistry and how it all played out. He did a good job, and she helped a lot.
Yeah, well, they're dating. You'd hope that there'd be good chemistry between them. But, I mean, then again, True Blood. What? The chemistry between Sookie and Bill was terrible. And they're married.
I only saw most of the first season of True Blood. I didn't see any fun.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of it.
The first season's fun. The rest of it, just don't bother, really.
Fair enough.
Then I'm not gonna bother.
I watched the whole thing, but
kind of like I did with Heroes. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Heroes.
Bad.
it's over after the first season. It's over after the first season.
Yeah, nothing else happened.
Man, there's a lot like that. Chuck and How I Met Your Mother and apparently Scrubs.
How I Met Your Mother is not that bad.
It just went on like 3 seasons too long.
Isn't it still on?
No, it finally ended.
Definitely the last 6 episodes.
Oh, wait, no,
sucked.
it ended because everybody was angry. That's right.
Yes. Talking about somebody else who's angry, Lauren.
Yes. Okay. So it's something that I have no problem with, but there may be a logic problem with this that you will see when I tell you what this issue is. Lee Pace wants to return as Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Ain't gonna happen.
Remember how he exploded?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But he said, I love the character. I'd love to play him again. Who knows? But yeah, there's this whole interview and he's talking about the character and how he's like really enthusiastic about it. And
you're Cosmic Smoosh. Come on.
Yeah, he's Cosmic Goo right now, but I mean, in comic book logic, that never really stopped anyone.
I don't know.
That's true.
Catherine, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Yes, the bad guy at the end when he explodes, do you think he's dead?
Well, I didn't come to that conclusion because it is a movie and who knows. I mean, when I watched it, I'm like, yeah, he'll probably come back.
Yeah, maybe this time they'll find like a better outfit for him than that, because I'm telling you that
the lingerie face paint.
I didn't even know that was him. I'm like, who is this?
Right?
Oh my gosh, it's that dude. That's who that was. Not a clue the whole time.
It's Ned from Pushing Daisies, who looks a lot cuter on Pushing Daisies, and then he's a sexy elf king. And
Yeah, they gotta look at beautiful people in this movie and put them in a bunch of paint.
yeah,
I thought he was kind of hot in the paint. I mean, I didn't know who it was underneath the paint,
Okay,
but the paint.
The blue paint was fine. It was the
Yeah.
black paint along his eyes and stuff.
the blue paint was fine. It was the outfit, the headdress. It was the headdress for me. The headdress made him look like, I don't know, some kind of weird armadillo.
I thought it was like a cloak. Just had a cloak on the whole time.
He had a bad attitude problem.
Oh, that's true. It's mean.
Arr.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
We are Groot. 5 words. I could count now. 5
Yep.
words. Yeah.
Yes.
Good job.
Speaking of Groot, remember how back in the day we talked about how when we were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, all the time. So we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy. I think we talked about how James Gunn did the motion capture for Dancing Baby Groot.
Yep.
And some of his friends are like,
No, Sean Gunn did.
no, it was James Gunn.
Oh, was it James?
It was James Gunn.
Okay.
And when some of his friends saw the movie, they're like, was that you? And he's like, ugh. So there's a video on YouTube that we'll be linking to in our show notes that finally shows off James Gunn doing the Dancing Baby Groot moves. And it's pretty much adorable. And I think Michael Rooker is also there.
Yeah, it looked like Michael Rooker and Sean Gunn behind him joining in.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
The way he moves his hands is
It's
in
exactly
arms.
like
yeah,
Groot.
Yeah.
Right.
The story we ran before, I can't remember when we did it, was months ago, was basically he said that he had to shoo absolutely everybody out of the mocap room. And
Yeah,
so
it was
he
like
was
just him.
Yeah, it was just him, and he did that. And then the animation guys actually made Groot from him, but he couldn't have anybody watch him dance, which is odd when you think about it, because if you're doing it in mocap gear, somebody's going to see it later. So.
Well, yeah, but they're not looking at you at that moment. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, Baby Groot lived again. It was great to see that.
Woohoo!
You know what
Baby
else
Groot.
is going to be great to see, Haley?
Maybe Edward James Olmos when he comes to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. later this spring.
Do you think he'll last more than 5 minutes?
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna get killed.
I hope he makes it through an episode.
Yeah.
But he is supposed to be playing a character named Robert Gonzalez. And his debut this spring will have massive repercussions for director Coulson and the team.
Woo!
That's all we know.
So, does that character name mean anything in the comics to you ladies? Or Wing?
Not that
Not to me.
I've been able to find.
No,
Yeah.
when I'm not a Marvel boy, so
Yeah. Batman.
sorry.
Yes, we can't do a Batman checklist on this podcast because it's like crossing universes and stuff. But what we
Do
can
we have a bingo game, or did I dream that?
you dreamed it, but that would be awesome. What kind of
Okay.
bingo game do you want to do?
No, I thought that it was like if somebody says something, it's you put a.
If
Mark
I
on the
say
card.
no, the Gonna Geek game is if I say you have a rocket scientist on the cast, then you take a drink. That's the game.
Everybody just took a drink.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
So we also have some photos from the Ant-Man filming, I guess. And okay, I heard a lot of meh to the trailer last week. I get
There's
that.
a trailer out there.
Yes, there's a trailer out there. I actually enjoyed it because I was able to visualize it. The one thing that I did like about it is the actual suit. And I think I like the suit because of Iron Man. So it's kind of equivalent there. So I think if there's one thing that I could go with, it's the suit.
Yeah. We've got our first look at the Yellow Jacket suit
Oh, yeah.
in these pictures.
Yes, we do.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
It does. It's yellow, definitely.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there she goes.
Okay. It looks kind of like Boba Fett.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what I was just thinking.
There's a lot of negative flack about the whole Ant-Man thing. And because I know that I'm going to be forced to watch it at some point, I'm just trying to be optimistic about it. And I get that it's thrown together in a short amount of time and all that stuff that we talk about on Legends. But I mean, it's got Michael Douglas and this other guy isn't a horrible actor either. Like, I'm
Paul Rudd.
slightly
Yeah, that guy has like
optimistic.
barely aged from Clueless, by the way.
He hasn't
He's
aged
a
at all. He's a
vampire.
vampire.
I'm all right with that. He's a decent looking man. So, I mean, I think I'm interested to see this and see what it's all about.
And Evangeline Lilly is in it.
Yeah, there's a nice picture of her in her little suit.
It seems like Cassie Lang is going to be a big focus of the story, even if she's still a little kid at this point and not superheroing it up.
Right, so, okay, it could go one of two ways. It could be an unexpected hit like Guardians of the Galaxy, which I kind of doubt, or it could be like an Iron Man 3-ish, which would make Wing happy, but the rest of us are like, meh.
Iron Man 3 was amazing.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It would make you happy. Do you not even listen?
If it's another Hulk, I'm gonna be happy.
You would be happy about something? Like, I don't think I've had a movie with you that you're happy about, so that'd be interesting.
Because he usually Frenches it up.
Yeah,
if
pretty
you
much.
want to find him happy about a movie, find a movie with a French director.
Yeah, get him talking about the Hulk.
That too.
The Hulk was amazing.
See?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Actually, it was incredible.
Actually, damn it.
Oh. Go sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
And meanwhile, Haley, you can move on to the next story.
Stan Lee, my lifelong hero.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a few shots from the set of his cameo with Agent Carter. And it's him sitting at like a shoe polish station, it looks like, with Howard Stark. And then the other one's just a photo with him in the cast. But yes, he does have a cameo coming up, and we actually know when it is now. It's going to be the next episode we see, which is January 27th.
The man is 92 years old. It is phenomenal that he's been able to live to see all this happening.
Right?
Yeah. But he can't die, according to Lauren.
No, he can't.
We won't allow it.
I really like that he makes a cameo and everything. Like, I understand that it's there, but I just have to say it that, it's so cute. And to see him in this, and they're all happy and smiling, and it was a cute picture of them. That dude's old.
One of the best moments of my life was when he just kind of unexpectedly showed up at the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel at, I think it was Comic Palooza last year.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
And
and,
you were in the room.
Ming-Na, like,
Yeah,
flipped
Ming-Na
out.
was like, she was flipping out. She's trying to get a selfie with him. And it was amazing.
Yeah, you were not too far away from him at that point,
I
right?
was about, 25, 30 feet away from him.
Mhm.
It was pretty amazing.
You know what else is pretty amazing is his tie in this picture. That is fantastic.
Suspenders and ties, loud ties seem to be a big thing. So did you see Stan Lee in the room first, or did you see Lou Ferrigno coming in the room first?
Oh, I can't remember. I remember a lot of screaming.
Screaming like,
And I
"Luke
was sitting-
Cage!"
I was sitting right by the speaker, too. So it was a
Yeah.
lot of very loud screaming.
Yeah, I definitely think that the suspenders, I think they've bought every single suspender in the entire United States and are using them in Agent Carter because
So
they're...
that's why I couldn't find any for my Mal cosplay.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Now, during the Agent Carter, we saw I guess what they're calling it is a Daredevil motion poster.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It really, all it is, it's like a 30-second long clip
15.
of 15 second. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tell time. Hi.
Hi.
But it's a clip of like a city, and you hear like the city noises, and then as the camera moves, you see the Daredevil double D's. Haha. But yeah, that's the motion trailer. There's not really all that much to it. But yeah, it's premiering on April 10th on Netflix, and I am going to be sick that day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Me too.
yeah, I told
Yeah.
Scott that. He's like, really? You're taking a day off for that? And I'm like, there's 12 episodes. I need to watch them. There's only so many hours in a day.
Yep, 12. Are they half-hour episodes or hour or 42 minutes
50,
or whatever?
50 some minutes.
I had assumed they were like hour-long episodes.
Wing, you
Is
know?
April 12th a Tuesday?
It's a Thursday.
Well, I gotta get
it's
to
a Friday.
the-
It's a Friday.
If it's the same model of everything else they're doing, it's 50 some minutes.
April 12th, the day that Game of Thrones premieres, is a Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday.
So yeah, it's April 10th is a Friday.
Actually, I'm off all day on Mondays most of the time, so.
So House of Cards is about 50-some minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
House of Card varies between 52 minutes and 58 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Orange is the New Black is the same way.
Yeah.
So it's like a Game of Thrones episode, basically, without, no commercials. You run in the full hour. Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
It can be as long as they want it to be, because it's not like they've got a time slot.
Right. Well, I guess if you ever wanted to actually air it.
Yeah, they might keep it to that length in case they want to, do
Syndication.
rebroadcasting, syndication, whatever. Yeah, syndication, that's the word.
They'll chop it out and then they'll say, like, come back here, we have the old thing.
I did like this version of the Double Ds, but I would like to see a flaming version of the Double Ds based on the movie. I think that would be a good nod.
If you have flaming double Ds, you should see a doctor about that.
That would be awesome. Okay.
Flaming double Ds. I like that.
That's hot. Okay. So, yeah, there you go.
We're banned in China.
Banned! The puns are coming. We're banned in 15 countries, so that's cool. I haven't gotten any responses back from any of those countries, so.
Presumably because we are banned in them.
We are banned in them, yes. So, during the NCAA football Division I championship game debut, there was
Sport.
Sports ball. But it was the most watched college football game in history, and that's important because they also debuted a new Age of Ultron trailer during the game. Now, it was put online right afterwards, but it did debut during the game. So, it just like the Super Bowl, I have no idea how much they actually, how much a 30-second spot was or whatever, but this was a new trailer. It did show a few new things. Definitely, we see who's in the Hulkbuster suit, and we do see a lot of Black Widows. So
yes.
I'm wondering if she dies in this.
No!
Hush.
And I think maybe that might be why she took the casting that she did recently as well. So we'll see.
Ooh, maybe she dies. I've always
Which casting are you talking about?
No, she's cast in Captain America, so no, she can't die.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
she was
that.
cast in Ghost in the Shell.
Yes, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, but they're gonna do one, and that's gonna be canceled.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I preferred the first trailer because of the motorcycle coming out of the Quinjet and everything. It was awesome. But this trailer was good as well. I don't know. What'd you guys think?
It's a trailer.
I like the first one better.
I liked the first one better, but I was happy for the extra little bits that they showed in this one. I don't know. This one, it just didn't feel as, epic to me.
It's a trailer. It feels more of what I expect from the movie.
You think they're going to air another one during the Super Bowl, maybe?
Yep.
Probably.
But it's going to probably start to be just a recut of the footage that we already have.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe an Ant-Man trailer to try and save it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is this just the second one?
Yeah, this is the second official Ultron trailer, I guess.
Ant-Man.
Do you think they're going to do the trailer 2 months before, the trailer with half the story in there?
For which movie?
For Avengers?
I don't think they did that for the other movies, have they?
I don't think they need to. I think there's enough hype between Guardians of the Galaxy, between Captain America, and between the first Avengers that it's just not going to need it. Now, the movie that would need it would be Ant-Man. And that's not out until the summer.
I think Ant-Man for sure is getting a trailer for the Super Bowl, right?
The movie that needs it is Fantastic Four.
But that's not the MCU,
okay,
so we don't care.
agree with that. Yeah.
You guys got anything else for the news this week?
I think that's it.
I think that's
Bump.
it.
Catherine?
No, I'm good.
All right, we're bumping. And we're back with a bunch of great feedback this week. And we actually have a science question by Mr. Pericletes. He asks us, how would the watch-based safecracker work? A mix of magnets and mechanical sensors? I think transistors are also involved in there, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that to the more mechanically minded of y'all, because not
Engineers?
my expertise.
Transistors and radiation.
ooh,
Radiation?
adding radiation. I like that.
So 50s.
So there you go. Keep your science questions coming in. We will try to answer them as best we can. And then Mr. Pericletes also tweeted us and he said, just finished listening. Another great funny episode. Keep the eggnog flowing. See, Lauren, you can keep the eggnog flowing.
Special occasions, maybe.
Neil isn't twitty. Also tweeted us and he said, regarding the E-Walking Dead, check out the t-shirt in this vid. Bonus, it's a
Dragon Age Inquisition
review.
I saw it. So yeah, it was not an original idea on my part, but still very cool.
Yes, we have to revoke the copyright for E-Walking Dead.
I can still make a Halloween costume out of
You
it.
definitely can. You can call it
Yes.
from all of us. Yeah, absolutely.
Please do.
And then lastly, Op today tweeted us questions for the crew in a hand-to-hand fight. No weapons, just hand-to-hand. Agent Carter or Agent May? Go.
Agent May hands down.
You think so?
Agent May.
Agent May. Yeah.
I am going with Haley Atwell's answer that they would just be like, oh, wow, you're awesome. And then they would go for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I like that better, yeah.
Because that's me.
Yeah, right. My original answer is Agent 13 takes them all. So that's cool. But
Again, Agent May.
I think our fans would like to see a little bit of Black Widow in there as well.
Well, didn't last time we decided that they would all beat the crap out of each other and then head to the bar?
Yes. That's exactly what they
I'm
would
going to
do.
go with that again then.
But if it was a legitimate fight between, in their prime, Agent Carter and Agent May, I'd have to say Agent May takes it. So, Op, back to you, buddy. That's it for the feedback this week. And thank you very much for listening this week. We really appreciate you guys coming and listening and on to Mixlr and chatting with us and everything like that. We really appreciate that. Next week, we're going to try something new. We are going to take the extra features of Guardians of the Galaxy minute by minute. So we're going to do one podcast on every minute of the Guardians of the Galaxy extra features, right?
No.
I was not told about this. I'll be doing a separate podcast about Chris's
Chris
abs.
Evans?
Yeah, we'll be doing
All the Chris's.
Yeah, we'll be doing a separate podcast on all the Chris's.
And you can find me at legendspodcast.com.
Right. So what we'll be doing next week actually is we're going to be talking a little bit of the Elektra movie.
Were you going to say musical?
I don't know what I was going to say. I'm a little bit tongue-twisted this week, and I don't understand why, so it's kind of bugging me. But I'm glad I'm here for your comedic relief, so that's
We're
all good.
watching Electro for real.
Well, we talked about this before the cast, and you didn't seem to have a problem with it, so we're going
I thought we were watching like Chris Evans abs.
You can go ahead and watch Chris Evans' abs. That's fine with me.
Well, we're going to watch it as well.
You can watch both.
Yep. You can drink and watch it.
Yes.
Even better.
That is the best way to watch Elektra, actually.
Yes. Probably it is.
So if you have anything to say about this episode, Agent Carter, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this podcast, Elektra, Chris Evans' abs, go ahead and contact us. Our website is legendsofshield.com. You can find all of our contact information up at the top right-hand corner. We do have a voicemail. It's 844-THE-BUS-1. I missed the bus. 844-843-2871. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and a YouTube channel, as Haley announced at the beginning of the podcast.
That was me.
And as Lauren announced at the beginning of the podcast, I swear I have not been drinking.
Short people are interchangeable. That's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
That's heightest.
Well, really? Not shortest? It would be heightest? Okay. So forums at forums.gonnageek.com. Go ahead, hit us up there. We check every week for your comments. So go ahead, have some fun there. Lots of other stuff on the website as well. So, you guys got anything else for this week?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Catherine, thank you very much for joining us this week. It was awesome to have you on. Are you making the rounds on the Gonna Geek Network? Is that what's going on here?
No, but thanks for having me. I had fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you for showing up. It was great.
I know.
Yay. It's nice to meet you, ladies.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome anytime, although I suspect you'll have to fight your husband for the mic.
Yeah, sometimes.
I think she can take him.
Yeah, me too.
Just keep watching Agent Carter for more of those moves and then just imitate them and you'll be fine.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ailey, we could have a fight with like your co-host versus my co-host.
All right.
That would be great. Then we could bet a quarter on that.
I don't
We'll sell
know
tickets.
if I'd want to go after Beef or not, because I think he'd fight dirty.
Hey, I fight dirty.
Okay, Lauren versus Beef. There we go.
No, it's okay.
There's
I'm
a
going to
matchup.
send Will after Beef.
All right. So thank you guys very much. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate that. Until next week, I'm Agent Stargate Pioneer.
I'm Agent Haley.
I'm Agent Lauren.
I'm Consultant Wing.
And I'm Catherine.
Bye. See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening. If you want to leave us feedback, go to gonnageek.com and you will find all of our contact information and other shows. You can also visit legendsofshield.com where you'll find our complete archive of podcasts. The music heard on this podcast is by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com. The opinions heard on this podcast are those of the individual host and do not represent Legends, Stream, or Gonna Geek. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the property of the Disney Corporation. No infringement is intended.